Hi, this is Kathy Brooks of LUTG Radio's WKKP Digital Broadcasting, Chicago, Illinois. There's been several Black Lives Matter protests going on throughout the United States, in Chicago, as well as Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and several other places. But I'm talking to you today or tonight regarding Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Uh, some would call it a spidey sense, or some would call it just protest. Things happen at protests. But I had the weird feeling earlier today that something, out of pocket was going to happen. And so I was just kind of paying attention a little bit to see what would happen. And earlier this evening, I started getting these notices from Periscope for Black Lives Matter, and several things have broken out over there. The one thing is that the Black Lives Matter groups began to say that the police were basically coming at them. They had been out there protesting peacefully throughout the day, and I guess I assume that the police maybe wanted them to get off the streets, although there was no curfew in place. And so as of the last 5 or 10 minutes, a young man by the name of D-Ray was arrested while walking along the side of the road with 15 other people. He was singled out and basically approached from behind by police officers and then carried off. Each police officer evidently had a limb. One had a right arm, one had a left arm, and right leg and left leg, and they carried him off and put him into the truck. And so Black Lives Matter is in the process of trying to get him free, post his bail once they find out where he's at. And rightfully the people that are with him are a little concerned, as well as his loved ones, because sometimes when people get arrested, especially in these areas and along these things that are occurring, they may not live past the arrest. And we often think of, and it looks like something that was breaking out. Okay, you can hear them scream and run. Somebody's shooting right now. Oh my God, pray. Pray. So I'm listening to Jamira Burley's feed. This is Jamira Burley's feed from Periscope. And they're at a Black Lives Matter protest in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And right now, shooting has just broken out. Okay. Okay.
What the hell was that?
Okay, so they're trying to figure out what happened. Okay, so they have their group. I don't know what else is going on. People are just out and about, trying to peacefully protest.
That was crazy, Rick.
And they're not. Okay, so they don't really know what's going on right now. And so right now, as I can see from Jamira Burley's feed, there's people basically strewn about here in these gas stations and all throughout the community. They were peacefully in one group until the police began to break them up. The police approached went on the other side of the barriers earlier, a few hours ago, in riot gear. Okay, so Again, we're listening to Miss Burley's feed here.
Did you get the number?
So this is Jamira Burley's feed, and they're trying to.
389-3800. 225-389-3800. If you guys are watching, call 225-389-3800 and ask for D-Ray to be a safe return. Ask for his release. He's been one of the individuals. The number is 225-389-3800. That's the Baton Rouge Police. I was standing next to DeRay when he was arrested. He was picked out of a crowd of 15. They gave no reason other than to say that the reason why he was arrested was because he was in the street, which is untrue.
Okay, so again, she wants you to go ahead and call the Baton Rouge Police. She gave that number several times. And basically, she wants you to ask for the safe return of D-Ray. All right, so we're going to keep you abreast with what's going on. Again, this is Kathy Brox for LUTG Radio's WKKP Digital Broadcasting, Chicago, Illinois. And this Black Lives Matter protest is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah, they've been doing it. It's coming in on my car and snatching people. And you don't know who they take. That's why I'm talking.
Do you hear that? One of the protesters said that her friend was arrested because an unmarked car came up behind them and picked up her friend. No rhyme or reason. No identification was given.
Okay, so the earlier complaint was that the police are doing things that are illegal and unjust, and you have a person that just testified that one of the protesters were picked up without cause, without identification, and shoved into an unmarked police car, and they were walking on the side of the road. They weren't in the middle of the road. Again, we're listening to Jamira Burley's Periscope feed.
Okay, y'all, I'll be back. We're going to try to regroup, figure out what happened with D-Ray, and try to get out of here safely.
Okay, so Jamira Burley is trying to basically get out of the way safely, and so we'll try and keep abreast and see what else is happening there, and definitely pray for them and pray that they all make it home safely, and that the police are acting in right order, and that they are not just snatching people up without cause, because in order to be arrested for a crime, you're supposed to have committed a crime. And so since they have not committed a crime, there's no reason to arrest them. If they were protesting peacefully, there's no reason to arrest them. And if the police wanted them to leave the streets and go home, they should have simply stated that they would like them to disperse and go home. But apparently that has not been stated. So this is Kathy Brox for LUTG Radio WKKP Digital Broadcasting, and I was broadcasting the feed from Jamira Burley's Periscope the Periscope feed. She was documenting what was going on there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and so she had to go off for a minute, but she's going to attempt to get back on.